It's out of this world. That's right, aspiring young astronomers may just find a slice of heaven here. The first exhibit is the Foucault pendulum, an 1851 experiment that demonstrated the rotation of Earth. Then move on to learn about gravity on different planets and the stars closest to Earth.
This is how much an apple normally weighs on Earth, and as you can see, on Mercury it weighs almost nothing, and on Jupiter this is heavier than a brick. A relatively to scale model of the star's relative position to the Sun. Our closest neighbor, Proxima Centauri, which is 4.2 light years away from the Sun, and these are all the stars that are visible to the naked eye.
The museum also covers basic astronomy concepts like blue and redshift and the habitable zone for planets in any star system. This leads one to begin pondering the massive scale of the universe with 13.8 billion years of history.
Going beyond the solar system, you have the Kuiper Belt, you have the Oort cloud, and then you have the Milky Way galaxy, and then you have a whole neighborhood of neighboring galaxies that together is called the local group, which is 10 million light years in diameter. Before you leave that, you have not even left the block as far as the universe is concerned. If we were to scale down the history of the universe into 1 year, the Sun was not created until August, the Earth-Moon system is shaped around September, and a life explosion happened on Earth around December.
Construction of the museum took 4 years. The spiral structure proved to be a great challenge for engineers.
The shape of the internal space is highly irregular. We used concrete, steel, aluminum alloys, and complicated mechanical support structures to turn it into reality.
On top of the spiral is a life-size model of Tianhe, the core module of China's space station. Get a few photos doing what astronauts do in the same places as in space. Also discover iron and stony meteorites and their crystal structure under the microscope, and experience the distortion of gravity. The museum attracted a fair number of parents even during the trial opening.
My daughter already knows Jupiter, Mars, and Neptune. I'd also like to show her videos of rockets launching.
My daughter is interested in natural science. Depending on her interest, we may want to encourage her studies in science.
Eventually stop by the interstellar corridor to pass through a projection of stardust, where particles are blown over as you walk past. With that, museum designers tried to convey what astronomers reveal with their science, that each of us is made of elements from this universe and finally return into the cosmos like a flicker of dust. All trial period tickets have been booked. The museum officially opens on July 18th, with tickets costing 30 yuan each.